Fanfic Critic. I give you a round of applause. You know why? What I asked of you is the same thing I've asked all the commentators and everyone else that says things against me or don't agree with what I say. I asked them for proof why I'm wrong. I asked them for examples to back up their claims. Simple things to just show facts backing up what you say. But guess what happened? They couldn't do it, and you couldn't do it. And at first, you wanted to ignore the challenge. You wanted to act like BBC was still wrong. Now, I don't care if you like the way I act or anything like that, but from this experience that you just had with me, you should see why I do things the way I do. But you did the one thing that those commentators couldn't do. Admit they're wrong and admit their mistake and fix their mistake. None of them could do that. You manned up more than these men could. Leave it to a girl to show these dudes how to be a man. Pathetic. Man. But you are a commendable fanfic critic. And that's why I applauded you. But let me let you know where you made your gravest mistake. Now, this is only what I think, because I don't know this for sure. But I believe the reason why you're going on the way you went about me is because of what other people say and what other people think. Because you are a critic. You do reviews. If you had approached me the way you approach a fan fiction, you wouldn't have made this mistake. For example, in your reviews of fanfics, do you just merely state how bad the author is? Do you merely state how there's no character development, how the characters are Mary Sue's, how there's grammar errors and how there's spelling errors, and how the story doesn't make any sense? Do you just merely state these things? No, you don't. You read it to the viewers so that the people watching you can clearly understand where you're coming from with your points and your statements that you're making about that fan fiction. And if you had taken that same setup and just applied it to me, you wouldn't have made this mistake. Because when you were asked for proof, asked for evidence, you couldn't do it. And you took the same way out that Youngblood Fantasy and all the other commentators, took. Which doesn't look good. But now you've redeemed yourself. You have set yourself on a higher level than those men. Well, I'm glad this was over and done with pretty darn fast. You're a fast mover. You know, if they did the same thing you did a long time ago, they wouldn't have the problems they have now. So anyway, I want to thank you, Fanfic Critic, for being a man and admitting your mistakes. Now, if you excuse me, it's time to make some console fanboys cry.